everybody? Welcome to Silent Podcast, place where everything but silent. I'm your host Isaiah, and we're back to talk Big Brother 26. I'm here with a midweek check-in with my co-host Katie. Katie, what is going on? How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. It's a Monday. I'm a little worried that it's just the two of us today because I feel like we both are gonna have our hater hats on again, and no one to talk us down. So we can be as chaotic as we
Absolutely.
want to today.
We don't have any limiters. Ugh.
Mm-mm.
X is being stupid. Error occurred. I'm not even gonna worry about it. No live
All good.
stream on X. Anyway, here to talk about Big Brother 26 for our midweek check-in. Very exciting stuff. If you aren't already, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you check us out on all social platforms and all that fun stuff. And make sure you come and support, if you feel me. But Katie, kind of a slower week compared to last week. How do you feel?
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm a little not bored, but I think the AI arena is a good twist, but it does kind of make things a little sleepy in the midweek
Mm-hmm.
because there's not a ton of campaigning once people are on the block. It's kind of just like, well,
Mm-hmm.
we'll see what happens in the arena. So it kind of kills like that midweek veto campaign, which is a little sleepy. So I think it's a good twist. I'm ready to see things get switched up a little bit. Twist
I want to
wise.
see some stuff get switched up too.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I like the twists of
Yeah.
the AI arena. I think it should. As far as no one's broken it yet, I'm okay with them like experimenting and possibly trying to make this a mainstay. Yeah, what's up, Valencia? But I'm just kind of I'm steady with it. I do think this week is like a product of not only Quinn's thing as you said, but like this
Mhm.
cast. This is a very Tucker heavy cast, right? So it's like we're just kind of waiting until Tucker goes home eventually. So
Yeah.
it's going to be like the Tucker show for like the next couple of weeks. But what are you going to do, right? But I guess so. Midweek check-ins aren't like an hour. We're going to just be here. We're going to talk about what we want to talk about,
Yeah.
drag what we want to. What are some stuff you want to chat about? How are you feeling about the house right now?
I'm feeling all right. I mean, I guess like the update is Tucker won the veto, which I think all-time fumble on Quinn's part. To even let Tucker compete for the veto is crazy to me. The guy has shown he could do pretty much anything in competition. So why, if he's your target, let him? It's just so funny. Like his two targets, Angela and Tucker, are both safe. It's just like all-time fumble of this super overpowered power. But he put Rubina up as the replacement nominee. Tucker actually used the veto on himself today. So I think there was like an open question on if he was actually going to do it or not. And he did it. So I don't know. I think Rubina could go this week. It's totally possible. I think Cedric's here. That's basically the update. But I don't really want Rubina to go. I would like to see something form on the other side of the house to go up against the Pentagon, because it does seem like that's the biggest, like most powerful alliance right now in the collective.
Mm-hmm.
But I just don't, none of one has any drive to do anything in this house. And it's really frustrating.
Well, I think some of them can afford to like not do anything, as annoying as that is. It's like this is a very layered house, right? So like
Mhm.
obviously we're seeing like the top of the top, which is kind of like that Chelsea, Cedric, Cam, and
Mhm.
honestly Brooklyn. They're just kind of
Yeah.
like sitting on top. And some people see that. Like we're starting to see people like Joseph, kind of see Chelsea's game. Angela and Tucker obviously starting to see like Brooklyn's game a little bit, but um I don't think anyone's really in the position to really do anything. So, well, here's what I will say: the people who are in position to do anything, that should be doing some stuff, they aren't doing it, and I'm kind of sad Josie and Janelle aren't here because I wanted to bring this up
Mhm.
since they felt the need to be so strong-minded about this last time. But Chemo and Takor are still not doing anything, and
The worst
I feel
allies you could ever have.
absolutely, and I really do feel like they're so passive, and it's gonna eventually kind of be like a detriment to their game. Again, I feel like I'm watching a very slow deterioration of these two players, and they're not doing much. Like I'm watching them on feeds like complain 24/7 about like, oh, Quinn's doing his own thing. The fact that you guys have me defending Quinn here is sick, but like
Sick.
you guys haven't told him that you want anything different to happen. So how is he supposed to know? You feel me?
Right.
So I don't know. I like I said last week, I'm kind of over them as players. I can see something like there's upside to like at least a Takor later down the line if specific things happen, but there's not much going on here for these two in my opinion.
Yeah, and I think the craziest thing is that they really like Rubina and they're working closely with Rubina, but they knew Rubina was going up on the block. They didn't tell her at all. They didn't even give her a heads up to say, like, you should talk to Quinn or like work with Quinn or try and form something or fix whatever you have formed with Quinn to stay off the block. Separate yourself from Tucker, like anything to try and help her. They just didn't really do it. Like maybe even if maybe they, hinted at it, but they definitely didn't give her the information that she could have had to try and get herself out of the situation. And now it's pretty likely she's going to go home if she's up next to Mackenzie. It's like a crapshoot. I think who knows where the votes are going to go. If they really want to take a blow at Tucker, they'll get rid of Rubina. And if she's up against Cedric, she's out. Like they don't have the votes to save her. So they could have said to Quinn, like, Leah's talking shit about you. You should, this is what she's saying. They didn't do that. Like they just did the literal bare minimum 0 to help their ally, which is going to come back and bite them at the end of the day. Like they're going to need numbers eventually if they do want to make a move. I'm not 100% convinced they do want to make any moves at this point, especially Chemo. I've seen a lot of comparisons of Chemo to Kevin from Big Brother, only from Big Brother All-Stars, not Big Brother 11, but Big Brother All-Stars when he came back. And I think it's a spot on comparison.
Kevin Camp, yeah, like snitching on people, supposed to be
and just like complaining, sitting in the bed.
Yeah.
Remember, Kevin used to have that blanket wrapped around him. That's like it's exactly the same vibes for Chemo.
That's a crazy comparison, but I 100% see it. It is kind of sick. So what are you going to do with those two? But other than that, like the two like kind of polarizing people right now, technically 3 with Angela, but like she's not a hot commodity this week, is Tucker and Quinn. In the fandom, there's a lot of dislikers of these two, but there are like a good handful of people who are rooting for these two as well. I think they're both needed for this season. First and foremost, as a fan, like them or not, these are going to be people you love to hate. You know what I'm saying? That's that Zach Rant spot, as you guys, I'm starting to see a little bit, but that's that Zach Rant spot. Like the menace who's going to go against the power and do what he wants in the game. I personally love it, good or bad. I think it's needed in this show. And then you got Quinn, who, despite all the mistakes he's made, he's still not in a terrible position. You need some sort of strategy in this game. I think he's going to bring some kind of opposition to root against this season. But ultimately, the show is fully about these two right now. And then neither one of them are even in power. That's the crazy thing. So,
Quinn technically is, but
you think so?
Well, technically from the HOH because of the power, but like no, from like an actual power position, no. I think people are just using Quinn to keep him in the forefront of this like argument with Tucker, so he'll do the dirty work for everybody. But no one's going to actually put their neck on the line for Quinn at the end of the day.
And it's like Quinn's not even like the main like focus, because then you got Cedric right there, and I think that's really where Tucker's like focus is kind of put out right now. But it is what it is. But yeah, and then you got other people. Like everyone else is kind of floating right now. So I'm sorry, like a lot of complaints about it, but
No, I mean it is what it is. I feel like last year, if you think about Big Brother 25, the bulk of like the craziness of the season happened up until week 4. Like this is the week I think that Jag got evicted unanimously and came back in the house. Like think about how much happened last season to get up to this point. The Heisem backdoor, the Riley stuff. Like there was just so much. And now this season, it just doesn't feel like the only thing we feel like we've had is like Tucker arguments and Angela arguments. Everything else has been really relatively quiet.
I think it's just a grace period because every other season, there's just like a big group in the collective. Even though the collective isn't really like a group, it's more like a voting pack at this point. But there's just layers within layers in that. So it's like once we trim off this extra fat, like, oh, bye Lisa, bye Kenny, bye Matt. Eventually, if Rubina leaves, which I'm perfectly fine with, by the way, she's kind of furniture, unfortunately, by Rubina, we're going to start getting to these people that are actually here to play. And I'm going to be real with you. There's not many like loose layers left. I mean, we can take a look at it real quick. Give me 1 second. Yeah, like looking at this group here, like there's not a lot of like people not really doing anything left. I mean, like Cam not really doing much, but he's like in groups. I guess like Leah is like like you could trim this fat, Mackenzie could trim this fat, but like everyone else here is actively doing stuff, Katie.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. I guess I'm just so used to seeing like actively doing stuff, like meaning they're trying to win comps, they're trying to be in power, they're trying to do stuff. They're talking game, but they're not really doing a lot. Like there's not a lot happening. It's like, and I don't know, again, like, is it because of the twist?
Yeah,
Maybe there's 3 nominees. They know who they want out. There's really not that much for them to do. But like the chemo and T4, I know we've been talking a lot about them, but like they're not even trying to flip the votes to save Rubina. They're like thinking about voting her out. So it's just like, all right, can we just fast forward then to Thursday and move it on to next week? Because like we already know what's gonna happen in
yeah.
every scenario.
The perfect week for like a double eviction, if you ask me.
Yes.
But actually, speaking of that, there's kind of like hints going on that's like something special's coming up, something different's coming up.
Yeah.
It's sounding like this isn't like the only vote that we're going to do. Like, do we have any kind of predictions of like are we in for like a zombie week part 2 or like what?
Oh my God. If it's a zombie week part 2, I quit. Especially if it's like bringing back Rubina, Cedric, and Mackenzie. Like, so not
No
interesting.
way.
If they're bringing back
No
like
way.
Angela and Tucker, I'm here for a zombie week. But like, this would be the most boring week. I don't know. I mean, tomorrow there's an episode. We don't usually have an episode on Tuesdays. So Taylor and then the other 2 winners that are going to be with her, she's the only one worth mentioning by name, are going to announce the new twist. Well, we can mention Cody. He's earned it, but the other one, not canon in my brain. Not canon in my brain. I think they're announcing the new twist. People have speculated it's a reset week, which like, if this is again like a reset week, zombie week, someone's coming back in, it's way too soon. And I just don't feel like this cast is motivated to come back in and shake anything up. Like it's just going to go back to the same thing.
Okay. I think obviously there's no return comp because they're all at home watching the show at this point.
On Instagram Live.
I mean, what's stopping them from throwing more powers in the game? If they already put the first 2 in there, they could easily put more. They could do like a disruptor power, like the comp in the dark, and then 3 people get like random powers.
Oh my God, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, they could do that.
Are we in for another pressure cooker? This is around the same time.
I hope so. I would love another pressure cooker.
Yeah,
especially we need a pressure cooker with Tucker in the house. Like if Tucker's gone, don't even bother. Tucker and Angela, don't even bother. Yes. But like they'll just throw it to each other or whatever. But like we need Tucker will die in that pressure cooker before he takes his hand off that button. Like he'll die.
Well, hopefully we don't get another box of dead flies this time. You know?
Yeah, that was a mess. What a mess. What a mess.
I need another pressure cooker in my vein. Like, Tucker would never give up too. That would be so.
He would
awesome
never. He would literally die before he moved from that spot.
I actually think Quinn would stay up there for a while too, though.
I think so too. I think he would do it for like the fandom and the clout.
I'm curious. Let's take a for fun real quick. Let's do a pressure cooker prediction. Let me see, Big Brother. I was looking for like a bracket fight, but they haven't made one, so I guess I'm gonna have to make my own.
I don't even know what that is.
See, listen.
Is that like a brand steel, but not?
No, it's like tier maker, but it's brackets instead, so it's like head-to-head matchups. But let me see.
That's fun.
I'm looking for a tier. Listen, this is more of a stream, so I'm fine with going off script.
It's all good.
I'm treating this like a Lavina and Isaiah stream right now. I need to find a Big Brother 26.
Shout out to my fellow NSYNC stan.
NSYNC.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about Lavina.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about them. Definitely. Yeah, glances. It was rough. It was rough. We went from Netflix to dead flies and fake snakes. It was fake snakes, right? It wasn't real, right?
I don't know. It might have been real. I don't.
If it wasn't moving, and
wasn't it in the box? The snake in a box? Something.
That's an L twisting because isn't it dark in there?
Yeah, it was dark. So like, what's the point?
I found one.
Okay, I just sent it to you too.
But I just found a random one. We're gonna use this
one
real quick. All right. So, wins pressure. Oh my god, wins PC. There you go.
Okay.
Wins pressure cooker. Might drops in first hour. What's another one? Let's think.
Peas themselves.
Peas themselves. All right. That's
Perfect in the yellow.
oh my god. This can be halfway or last halfway, and then I'm gonna be like drops for
8 hours in.
how I was gonna say
Oh, all
drops for
right. Drops for
power
power. Yeah. Okay.
or deal for safety. All right.
Okay.
And this one wins the pressure cooker. All right.
Okay.
Angela, you think Angela's gonna win this? Yes or no?
I could, if it's not this week and she gets to play, I could see her staying halfway. She's a fan.
Sure.
She's a fan. Although she did say she started watching in Big Brother 12, which was after Pressure Cooker, so maybe she doesn't know it that
see
well.
Angela skits him, bro, and and not to be like play the age game, but I just feel like watching Serene and Felicia, they were just like, I'm not doing this. Well, Felicia actually didn't participate.
She didn't. She watched on the couch, which is kind of iconic. But Suri, what did she last? Like an hour and a half? Her and Jared stopped at the same time, though.
This is, well, or if it is this week, actually, hold on. I gotta add another one. I'm so sorry. Add row below. I totally forgot. If this is theoretically, this is in theory this week, right?
Yeah, then Angela doesn't play.
Previous HOH, which is very stupid, by the way.
She should be able to play.
Yeah, Quinn shouldn't be able to do this, but whatever. All right.
If Angela was able to play, she has a lot, no shade to Suri, has a lot more energy than Suri, and she's a fan. So I see her lasting at least longer than Suri did.
Yeah. All right.
Chaotic energy. She has more chaotic energy than Suri.
Brooklyn. I don't think Brooklyn will try to win that. Well, no, she said that she wants to win HOHs.
I don't know.
I don't see her lasting the whole time, though.
I think she would drop for safety.
Last halfway.
Or halfway. Yeah, I could see her in between those two.
I don't see her making it to this point. But out there. Cam.
Pees himself.
I don't see
actually, I think he drops in the first hour, to be honest.
I was just about to say, I don't think
I don't even think he would last that long. Yeah, he doesn't want to do that.
Cedric, I think Cedric will go for it.
I think he would go for it too, but I think he might take a deal or safety or a power or something.
All right. Listen, if we can always go back and look at this list at the end of it, because
if we get it, I hope
also
we get
agree. It depends on who it is. I think it depends on who it is. Chelsea. Apparently, she didn't want HOH last time, right?
Yeah, I don't know if she would want HOH. I think she would last maybe halfway. She's tired of these people too, so I don't think she wants to be in this.
She might drop in the first hour.
I could see her dropping maybe in the first hour too. I don't think she pees herself. Obviously, she's big on hygiene, but I just, I don't know. I just don't think she wants to be around these people. Every 5 minutes, she's doing a Cam talk about how annoyed she is by everybody in the house.
I think she's dropping.
I think you're probably right. Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah. Wait, who's blowing my phone up? Oh, okay. Joseph, he said he doesn't want to win HOH until like later. So,
but this is a good one to win, and I think he, as a fan, might want to see how long he can go. So he might drop for a deal.
Okay. I personally think he's going to last halfway or drop for the deal for sure.
Yeah.
Not
Bye, Kenny. No,
fact,
Chemo drops in the first hour. Yeah.
Where's the other person?
There's third one.
Yeah. Chemo, you
drops
think
in the first
drops?
hour. Yes, 1,000%. Okay.
Yes. Let's see, Leah.
I could see her dropping in the first hour or less. I don't know. She might go for it. She might
pee herself.
No, you think she's gonna pee herself?
No. She could last halfway.
All right. I think she could last halfway too.
Or at least close to halfway.
Mackenzie,
if she's here,
she'll stay as long as she can. She knows that she's in danger and she's a competitor.
You want to say win for peace?
She could. I think she could. She'll go for it.
She's gonna go for it.
I think she'd go for it. I think Quinn goes for it. Maybe goes for the win.
Yeah, there you go. Quinn definitely will go.
Quinn's going for the win.
Rubina
pees herself.
Really?
I don't know. I just get the vibe. I don't know why.
Go for it. Takor. I don't think
Dropping
Takor's
in
gonna
that
go
first
for it
hour.
either.
No, she's dropping.
Yeah. Okay. He's definitely going for it.
He's
He's at the top
winning.
of
If
that.
these people say
Yeah.
he's winning.
So this is what we're looking at. So potential pressure cooker prediction. One of these three winning. If he gets it again, I just need Big Brother to like strongly consider
Yeah.
not doing these twists where like you can compete for the next H. Because Tiffany won back-to-back HOHs, and then you got Jag won back-to-back HOHs. And if Quinn were to do that, theoretically, if it's this week,
Did Tiffany win back to back?
Yeah. Yeah, she got back-to-back HOHs. One because of a twist. Remember, it was like her and Claire had some weird twist where I forget it. And
but they made Claire throw the comp.
Yeah. She's the first person to win HOH back like twice. And then Jag did it. And then Quinn could possibly do it if in this scenario. But what are you gonna do? But I think she could also just like she's tired of being on the block. I was gonna say drop, but like
Yeah, she doesn't want to be in danger.
Especially
same honestly, and that's why I feel like if Angela played, she would go for the win. She's been on the block every week except for this week because she is HOH. She would have been on the block again this week, and she will be on the block next week. She's an easy nom. So her whole last week was the first time she even got a chance to vote last week. So in week 3. So it's like she's
I think she's gonna go for the win, but I see her lasting halfway.
I think she could last and maybe get a power.
Yeah, that's a possibility too.
She's
no slouch. Like I can't.
She's a first double HOH, repeat HOH.
Yeah,
I don't know. Comp beast of the season, her and Tucker.
Comp beast. Man, that's all I really got. There's not much going on in the house this week.
Yeah, there's really not too much to even talk about that we didn't talk about already on Friday. Quinn was talking about, I don't know if you saw this, maybe it being slip and slide. And he's like, I'm winning. And Joseph was like, nope. Joseph basically was like, no, you got no chance, dude. No chance.
Joseph is very backwards because like he's obviously a fan. Like him and Quinn obviously watched our Hap and all this stuff. And like they're deep into this. Joseph was saying that he wants to be like very secretive with like his competition knowledge.
Yeah.
But you're like telling everything to everybody. I think he dropped like knowledge to Rubina too about if it was like a double eviction, they're probably going to do something where you run and grab something to come back.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you have all imagine if his back was against the wall that week and then he's giving people this knowledge and
strategy.
Like, bro, like stop. You know what I'm saying? But Joseph is like interesting, but he's just like so backwards. Like I don't get him sometimes, you know. But
the crazy thing to me about Joseph is that Quinn told him about the Pentagon. He told him who's in it, and he's I guess trying to work a little bit with the other side, but like he should trying to be trying to form something with Tucker, with Leah, with Mackenzie. Who cares if you like them or not? But like those are numbers. So bring them in because this group is tight. Quinn already told you who it is. And Joseph wanted to work with Chelsea and he was not brought into that alliance. So like, how are you not forming something to counter that when they're very clearly a solid group at this point? It's frustrating. That's frustrating.
I'm still more upset with Takor and Kimo, but teach their own. Yeah, a lot of people doing some dumb stuff.
Yeah. They should also be trying to get votes around. I know, it's crazy. They should be trying to get the votes to get Cedric out. He's a key part of that alliance, but they're not going to do it. They're not going to do it.
I mean, I also think it will result in failure if they try it because I don't think anybody will really be down for it at this point. I mean, Joseph is going to go with the majority.
But he shouldn't be. Because if we got Leah, Rubina can't vote. If we got Leah, Tucker, I'm just looking at the cast. Joseph, Kimo, Tikor. How many votes do they need?
Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 7. So
they need 7? Well, 2 people are on the block.
3. Oh, yeah.
3,
depending on who wins the thing. I don't think they can do it.
They need 7 or they need 5?
Because even that group of people you just brought up, that combination of people doesn't work. because they're all tied to one of the people in the big group. And
Yeah.
also, all those people have trust in either Chelsea, Cedric, or Brooklyn. So all of them are going to be brought into something. They're all included in every single alliance in the house. So it's like you can't really do anything.
Yeah, I know. It's just like they just need to wake it up. Wake up.
Yeah.
Because Angela would split the vote. Quinn wouldn't split the vote. Angela would split the vote if it's a tie.
Unfortunately, Angela cannot Angela cannot vote. But wait, so she would split it and not Quinn.
I think so.
Okay. I hope so.
Because how could Quinn? I mean, Quinn. It's supposed to be a secret. So how could they have Quinn stand up
Angela's
and
HOH
split the tie?
feels more like when you win the final 3 HOH. You're just kind of sitting
Yeah,
there
you're just hanging out. Yeah, totally.
Yeah. This is like a week of just immunity. She's not really doing anything.
And she's letting other people use her room. So it's like, okay, she doesn't, she's up there, but she's like letting other people use it. Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know. I think that's it.
I think that's it too. There's just not that much going on.
I'm not going to force it. That's it. Listen, y'all. Short little midweek check-in. Always fine. It's okay. This is
we don't have any fights this week.
Yeah, we're hoping for another good HOH. This could have been so chaotic, but Big Brother had to poop themselves.
Mm-hmm. What do you think about the Angela deepfake in the episode? I thought it was weird. It was good.
Yeah,
they did a good job.
It was something like yeah. It's hard for me, and this is why I tend not to watch all the live feeds. When I know what to expect going into an episode, it takes away the shock factor. I'm sure as like casuals, that was probably like pretty fun to watch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, if Sunday episodes have always been boring for me. Because I already know everything that's going to come in. I've seen all the clips and stuff. It's just like, oh, okay. Like, I really watch for like the DRs, but like, there's nothing super crazy going on this week. So, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was cool. But
we'll see. Yeah, that's it.
But that's our podcast for tonight, y'all. Thank you so much for checking it out and vibing for the midweek check-in. Make sure you come back with us at 7:30 next Friday to see us talk about everything with after the elimination and possibly something special. You can like, comment, subscribe, and support us all on our social medias, Silent Podcast, _podcast, and all that fun stuff. And if you're listening to it, you can rate it 5 stars, 5 stars only. If it's something you don't like, just wait until you hear something that you do like. And that's it. Katie, where can people find you?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at RealSlimKatie. That's where I'm at these days. And you can also throw me a follow on Twitch at twitch.tv/RealSlimKatie with an underscore at the end. And I'll be back on Friday.
All right. And you can find me at 8 Ball Bangers back on Friday like usual. And also talking about Survivor Philadelphia with Rewind. We're doing exit interviews and midweek check-ins over there as well. It's very fun. New episode tomorrow, so make sure you check that out. And actually, if they're not live right now, they should be live shortly. I know Mark and Davey are going to go live on here and chat about Survivor Philly. So you just spent time with Naomi, JD, and then us, and then them. All right, so make sure you go check them out. But until next one, have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.